How is it, Master Gautama, are pleasure and pain created by oneself? Not so, Timbarukka, the Blessed One said. It's an interesting question. We all want to know, how did I create this pain or pleasure for my own self? But Buddha says it is not so. This is a wrong understanding that I have created pain or pleasure. Then, Master Gautama, are pleasure and pain created by another? Not so, Timmarukka, the Blessed One said. So obviously we want to know, if I didn't create this pain or pleasure that I am experiencing, then is it created by another? But the Buddha said that is not true. Then, Master Gautama, have pleasure and pain arisen fortuitously, being created neither by oneself nor by another? Not so, Timbarukka, the Blessed One said. This is also a question that arises in us. If pain and pleasure was not created by me, if it was not created by another, then maybe there is some fortune fairy or some god or some angel sitting up there in the clouds that sends pain or pleasure my way. But Buddha said it is not so. How is it then, Master Gautama? Is there no pleasure and pain? It is not that there is no pleasure and pain, Timbarukka. There is pleasure and pain. Then is it that Master Gautama does not know and see pleasure and pain? It is not that I do not know and see pleasure and pain, Timbarukka. I know pleasure and pain. I see pleasure and pain. Whether you are asked, how is it, Master Gautama, are pleasure and pain created by oneself, or are they created by another, or are they created by both, or are they created by neither? In each case you say, not so, Timbarukka. When you are asked, how is it then, Master Gautama, is there no pleasure and pain? You say, it is not that there is no pleasure and pain, Timbarukka. There is pleasure and pain. When I asked, then is it that Master Gautama does not know and see pleasure and pain? You say, it is not that I do not know and see pleasure and pain, Timbarukka. I know pleasure and pain. I see pleasure and pain. Venerable Sir, let the Blessed One explain pleasure and pain to me. Let the Blessed One teach me about pleasure and pain. Timbarukka is totally confused. We also have these notions that the enlightened people do not experience pleasure and pain. They don't know pleasure and pain. But Buddha wipes away even that wrong understanding. He says that even the enlightened one knows pleasure and pain, sees pleasure and pain. Yeah? Let's see what the Blessed One had to teach Timbarukka now. Timbarukka, if one thinks the feeling and the one who feels it are the same, then one asserts with reference to one existing from the beginning. Pleasure and pain are created by oneself. I do not speak thus. So the first thing, that pleasure and pain are created by me only. What does this imply? That I am the doer and I am the experiencer. Is this a correct understanding? It's wrong. Because many times we don't do things, but things happen. so many things are not in our hands. And on the other hand, there are so many times that we decide to maintain a happy state of mind, and even amidst the most difficult situations prevailing externally, internally we do not suffer. So we do not experience that pain. Have these two been experienced by all of you? Right? So it is incorrect to say, I am the doer and I am the experiencer. Correct? So this first paragraph, where it says that I am responsible, or pain and pleasure are created by oneself or by me, is wrong, is a wrong understanding. But Timbaruka, if one thinks the feeling is one, the one who feels it is another, then one asserts with reference to one stricken by feeling. Pleasure and pain are created by another. Neither do I speak thus. Now, if we take the second scenario, that someone else is the doer and I am the experiencer. Somebody else does things, but I am the one who is the victim. I experience it. This is also a wrong understanding. This is also not true. Without veering towards either of these extremes, the Tathagata teaches the Dhamma by the middle. The Tathagata means the one who has reached it. Tat Agata. The one who has reached the Tat. Tat is the other shore, or the one who has attained the highest. And he teaches by the middle path. Basically, he does not teach the extremes.